Hey ANPers, this is Dr. Jones checking in. This is a video lecture for ANP1 Lecture Test 5 of Del Mar College with Dr. Jones. So we are talking about neuro, and this is the picture in your note set from the top of page 2 and 3. And I thought we should go over this to make sure that everyone understands what's going on here. So first things first, draw a line here. This 5 is in the CNS section, and that CNS stands for Central Nervous System, and the two parts of the Central Nervous System are your brain and spinal cord. This part is your PNS, and that stands for Peripheral Nervous System, and the two parts, the Peripheral Nervous System includes the peripheral nerves. There are two types of peripheral nerves. They are cranial nerves off the brain and the spinal nerves off the spine. Zoom in. This group here are the sensory receptors. And then these together are the effectors, because they cause an effect. Okay. All right, so let's start with the different types of sensory receptors. So we have one, and one of the types of sensory receptors we have are sensory receptors, special sensory, special, undo, S-P-E-C-I-A-L, special, and the special sensory receptors include, that didn't work, there we go, there are 5, so we've got vision, which is sight, gustation, which is taste, olfaction, which is smell. We did vision. Oh, hearing, which is hearing. And equilibrium, which is balance. So those are your 5 special senses. They are all in the head. That is called cephalization. So those are the special senses. Next we have the visceral senses. The visceral senses are interoceptors. They're your internal environment. So these will be things like hungry, thirsty, gotta pee, been underwater too long, need to take a breath. I mean, feel your heart racing at the beginning of a test. All of that is visceral sensory. And then our third one here is somatic sensory. And soma means body, so the somatic sensory receptors are your body. And it'll also include your external environment. So this will include touch, temperature, pressure, vibration, and like your muscles are sore, those kinds of things. So your body, the world around you, and your position in it. It also includes the proprioceptors, which monitor the position of the skeletal muscles and the joints. So all of this information travels on sensory neurons. Let me zoom in again. Sensory neurons. And the information travels to the central nervous system. So this part of the peripheral nervous system is the Afferent Division. It's the afferent, but I'm going to say afferent. I'm going to overpronounce to make sure that we spell correctly. So what happens in the central nervous system is going to be the information processing. Okay, and then we have motor commands out. Switch to red. We haven't done red yet. Okay, so the motor commands out are which division? Efferent. Afferent, but E-F-F-E-R-E-N-T. The efferent division. So the efferent division sends motor commands, and the afferent division was sensory. Okay. So the efferent division sends motor commands to the effectors. And there are two parts. We need another color. Let's see. Let's get a nice orange going. There we go. So this will be the S. Well, something happened. Somatic nervous system. And the somatic nervous system controls the somatic effectors. And what are the somatic effectors? Those are the skeletal muscles, are the somatic effectors. So the S in a S is made up of motor neurons. Skeletal motor neurons, somatic motor neurons. Okay, so what do we call this junction right here between the nerve cell and the muscle cell? A neuromuscular junction. And what neurotransmitter is